Chosen vessels, what's the deal? It's your main man Drutube, and I'm back at you again with another video. Let's get right into it. What's theirs is not yours. You need your own and have zero time to waste. Make it happen for you like they did for them. What people have, it's not yours. What people have doesn't belong to you. You need to get your own. Even some of the things that we have, we feel, are not our own. You may be working for your friend. They may have a job. They may have a business. You may be a part of someone's business or a part of what someone has going on, but it's not yours. It's theirs. And that needs to be taken very seriously. You're not the type of person to take advantage of other people. But when other people have something going on, when someone else has something of their own, even if they include you in it, they bring you in it, someone brings you on to their business, someone brings you on to their team, someone hires you and brings you on to their crew, you get a job. None of those things belong to you. Those things are temporary. That position is temporary. That job is temporary. That company belongs to that person who owns it. They can do whatever it is they want with it. That company doesn't belong to you. That company's not yours. If it was yours, if you did own it, you would be able to do what you wanted with it, and you would be able to do what you wanted, period, with your life, with your company, with your money, your time, your business. But what other people have, it's theirs. It belongs to them. Sometimes we are fed the illusion of inclusion. You get with certain positive, prosperous people. You have a new job. All right. You have a new opportunity that you've come across. And the person seems to be doing very well for themselves. They bring you in, they show you some things. But what we have to realize is no matter how friendly people can be, no matter how good someone may be to us, or no matter how great a job is, or no matter how amazing things may be with what is currently happening in our life, if something belongs to someone else, it's not ours. This person could be our friend. This person can be the best manager ever. This could be the best job ever. This could be the best opportunity ever. This could be the best help ever. But the thing is, what other people have belongs to them. It doesn't belong to you. You have to be responsible for yourself. You have to be responsible with your time. You have to be responsible with your own mind, your own thoughts, your actions. Got to be disciplined. And you have to make the best choices that will result in you taking the best actions. If positive thinking doesn't lead to positive choices and positive actions, it's not really positive thinking. What that person did to be able to help you, that's positive thinking. That person now is in the position to be able to help other people because they put themselves in position. That person is now able to start a business and hire other people because they put themselves in position. That person who owns that company is now able to build, is that now able to change locations up, is now able to work remotely from a beach on a laptop while everyone else is in the kitchen, or when everyone else is doing this or crunching numbers or typing up papers or doing office work or cleaning or building or whatever it is the duties entail for that particular job. That person who bossed up, invested their time, invested their energy, invested the hours of their day into starting that business, starting that company, turning their time into money. Instead of trading your time for money, what you need to begin to do is turn your time into money by investing in yourself. That's how you turn your time into money. When you meet someone that is very focused on their time and what they do with their time, they realize that their time is money. People who don't like their time wasted, people who don't like playing around with time and their day and their duties and the things that they like to get accomplished, goals. This person is probably very goal oriented. They realize that their time is money. They realize that when they're not attacking their goals, they're misusing their time. They realize that when they're doing things that they would like to do instead of doing things that they need to do, they're not disciplined and they're not focused, and it throws them off, it frustrates them, and it makes this person feel unproductive. People who realize that their time is extremely valuable and that their time is money, you'll never catch them being unproductive. They don't like to feel unproductive. It's like a health nut that doesn't like to be unhealthy because they understand the the causes of being unhealthy. All right, someone who values their time and realize how important their time is the equivalent of someone basically causing themselves a health issue with their eating and being told you only have 6 months to live, but they switch their eating habits around, start eating differently, and now this person has added some longevity to their life. And now they're serious about eating the right foods because why? They know their life depends upon it. Someone who has wasted their time previously but now realizes that they don't have any time to waste, they're going to be crazy when it comes to their time. They're going to be crazy about what they do with their time. They're going to be extremely focused with what they choose to do with their time. They're going to want to use their time to the best of their advantage. And that's what the person did that is able to help all these people. That's what the person did that is able to have something. People who have something are people who did something. And the people who have something that did something have something because they did something with their day. They did something with their mind. They did something with the hours of their day. They made sure they used their time in an efficient manner. All right. People who want success, they don't just let the hours of their life pass them by. People who put themselves in position to help others didn't let their time pass them by. People who put themselves in position to help others, they go through everything everybody else goes through. They went through everything everybody else went through. All right. But they realized that what wasn't theirs wasn't theirs. And that's why they were so eager to go out and get something and make something happen. The best people are people who are able to realize things, accept things, be aware of things. All right. It takes realization, it takes acceptance, it takes awareness to want to change. All right. People who realized, man, everybody else has something around me except for me. Everybody else has home, car, business, job. Everybody else has all these things except for me. What am I doing that everybody else isn't doing? And no, it's not the same thing that they did to get to where they are, because if that was the case, in order to be successful, everyone would have to do the same thing. So you can't go and tell yourself that. Don't go beat yourself up with that. Well, I didn't do this and that's why I don't have that. Well, I didn't go to this, that's why I don't have that. You could argue those things, but that's not the end all be all. There's more than one ways to skin a cat. There's more than one ways to become successful. There's more than one way to be able to create income for yourself. One may be the most conventional, one may be the most easy, but you don't want to take that route. You don't want to take the route everybody else took. You want to take the road less traveled, the road to where you have to look within yourself, see what you're made of, and use everything that you have, your God-given talents, to be able to make something of yourself in this world and create your own reality. And you have the power to do that because the people who are helping you did the same thing. The people who created that job for you to work at did the same thing. The person who created that company and that's on the beach working remotely from a laptop did the same thing. Everybody at one point had to go out and get theirs. Everybody at some point was involved in someone else that had their own thing that they had to wake up and realize that they didn't have what they wanted in their life. Doing your own thing, you have to come to the realization that I don't have what I want in my life. I'm not where I want to be in life. You don't beat yourself. You don't beat yourself up for those things. You work your mind out for those things. So one thing that we have to stop doing is beating ourselves up, because that's not going to get us anywhere. That's going to leave us more depressed, more unhappy, more sad, more energy, less, more energy deficient. The one thing we have to do is work out our mind. And working out your mind is doing things that you really don't want to do. Working out your mind is staying disciplined. You may want to go hang out. Stay home and read that book. All right. You may want to watch your favorite TV show before you go to work. Take that half hour, invest it in yourself, and read that book that's on your nightstand that you haven't touched since last Saturday. All right. If you want to help yourself the way other people are helping you, if you want to do for yourself the way other people are doing for you, if you want to have for yourself the things other people are having for themselves, all right, you're going to have to realize what's yours and what's not. Your time is yours. That job that you go to every day and use and trade your time for money, that's not yours. But the one thing you do have is your time. Your time is yours. Your time belongs to you. Your time belongs to you. And the one thing that you should be doing with your time that belongs to you is using it to the best of your ability. These videos are not for everybody. These videos are for the hungry. These videos are for the successful people in this world. These videos are not for the faint at heart. These videos are not for people who give up easily. These videos are not for people who don't want to be an entrepreneur or a solopreneur or some type of businessman or businesswoman or someone that wants to have something for themselves. These videos are for the underdog elite class only. All right, if you are the underdog elite, all right, if you are an underdog elite, put a dog in the comment section. Put a dog in the comment section. Have some fun with it. Post some pups in the comment section. If you are an underdog but you're an elite, it's okay to be an underdog, but you have to see yourself as an elite. You got to see yourself as an elite. You have to see yourself as a force. You have to see yourself as something that's going to grow. All right, they may have threw the dirt on you, but you know how the saying goes, you're a seed. It's going to cause you to grow. They tried to take a dump on you, didn't realize that was all you needed was some fertilizer. They tried to take a dump on you. They saw it one way. They saw it as boop. I said it, boop. They saw it as boop. You saw it as fertilizer. You didn't see it as boop. You said, "Oh, okay. Oh, that's what you want to do to me." Well, you know what? I'm a seed anyway. I'm protected. I'm in my little something. I'm encapsulated in my little seed. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grow. I'm gonna wait till it rains and I'm gonna do my thing. And when it rains, it pours. I'm gonna take all that and turn myself into a plant. I'm gonna grow. For what you tried to throw caused me to grow. Look at God. All right. So what's theirs is not yours. It's okay for people to have things. Don't get butthurt. Don't get upset. Don't think your time is never going to come. Don't think things will never work out for you. All you have to do is realize that what's theirs is not yours. Even if you're living at your parents' house, it might be nice. They might set you up. Your parents might be looking you out. Parents might be providing a nice, safe space for you, but what's theirs is not yours. You got to be grateful and appreciative that you had some people to look after you, to take care of you, to feed you, clothe you, house you. But what's theirs is not yours. You know, you may have an aunt, an uncle, cousin, brother, sister, somebody that looked out, but what's theirs is not yours. You have to be appreciative of what they did for you, but other than that, they don't owe you nothing. Nobody owes you nothing. And that's one thing we have to realize, is that nobody owes us nothing. We have to go out there and be hungry and get ours. You may not want to get yours the way you see everybody else doing it, but you have to find a way to get something. You have to find a way to be able to get. And what you have to realize is that you have getting power. You have getting power. All right. The realization of a person who knows that they can get rich is someone who has actualized. All right. Not only did they have a realization, but they had the actualization that they have a getting power when it comes to money. Someone who realizes and has actualized that they can become rich is someone who has recognized the getting power within themselves. All you have to do is recognize that you have a getting power. Just like everybody else can get things, they may be unconscious to it, but they have used what's called your getting power. We all have a getting power. You have to awaken yours. You got to step into it. You got to manifest it. You got to awaken it. Uh, uh, you have to summon it in your life. I'm just looking for some words like, you have to encourage the waking you have to encourage the getting power within yourself. You have to make it alive. All right. So we all have this getting power within us. That's that drive, that driving force to make you go get what it is you need, to make you go get up and go get something, to make you go read those books, go to that library, go study, go to that gym, go for that walk, go to the healthy food section. All right. Go to the store and invest in the things that you need, instead of going and buying those new clothes to go out for the weekend where nobody's even going to remember what you had on. Once Monday comes, what's not yours is not yours. What's theirs is theirs. It's a blessing to have someone be able to look you out and have someone to be able to help you. But you don't want to be a user. You don't want to be a burden. You don't want to be a leech. You don't want to be a bloodsucker. All right. You don't want to be a bum. And I know you watching these videos are none of those things. All right. But to avoid even having to tiptoe around them, or, anything like that. And not to, I'm just a little hard on myself particularly, but I know none of you all watching these videos are none of those things. But when it comes to wanting the best out of yourself, and that's all I want for myself, and that's all I want for anybody. But first, I got to want it for me. So since I want the best for myself, I make these videos for people who want the best for themselves. People who want the best for themselves, they're going to be hard on themselves, because whatever is hard, if you do it hard, your life will be easy. Whatever is easy in life, if you do it easy, your life will be hard. If you do what's hard, your life will be easy. You do what's easy, your life will be hard. If something is hard, do it hard. All right. If it's hard for you to get your own, do it hard. If it's hard for you to start something, do it hard. At least you'll do it. At least you'll get it done. At least you'll know a little bit more of the process. Doesn't have to be perfect. Doesn't have to come out all the way right. What you have to get used to is the process of creating. What you have to get used to is the process of doing something. It's like riding a bike. You first get on the bike, you have that fear you're going to fall down and scrape your knee. You may fall, may scrape your knee, you may have to put a Band-Aid on, you may even cry and call for you, screaming for your mama. But one thing you'll realize after that is once you get back on the bike, you'll be able to keep going, and it'll be easier, and you'll be less afraid. You'll be less afraid to overcome that challenge and take that risk of getting back on. That's what we were supposed to take from learning how to ride a bike. All the simplistic things in life seem to be able to teach you so much when you're able to just stay in the present moment and think and observe things and disconnect, turn the phones off, turn the TV off, when you're just able to let the sun hit you and think for a second, and just self-reflect and look inward, and look back on your life for lessons. People want to learn, and people want all these lessons and all this wisdom. Look back on your life, see the things that you've already been through and experienced, and see what you could take from them and learn from them. What's not yours is not yours. What's theirs is not yours. What's theirs is theirs. Everybody has something. They have something you don't have. You have something they don't have. Don't discount yourself. Don't discredit yourself. Don't be down on yourself. Don't beat down on yourself. Don't beat yourself up. Lift yourself up. Lift yourself up today. Tell yourself the right things today. See yourself the right way today. Envision the life you want for yourself. See it happening and believe it can happen today. Because what's theirs is not yours. Other people have their vision. Other people see themselves living a certain way. Other people see themselves having what they want. You might have seen something being able to happen for someone else. You might have seen yourself being around the people who have it going on. You know, some of us want to get around certain people. We tell ourselves, I'm going to get around these people that can put me in position. Once they hear my music, once they see my design, once they see yourself as the person that could put yourself in position. Don't see everybody else being able to help you. See yourself being able to help you. That way, when the good Lord sends the people who can come to help you, you'll also be in position to help yourself. And they'll know they have a fellow boss as a teammate, not a freeloader. Not to say you are one of those, but you catch the drift of what I'm saying. You understand what I'm saying. People like to do things for people who are doing things for themselves. Nobody wants somebody around them that wants them to do everything for them. It gets annoying, it gets tiresome, it gets boring, it gets old very fast. You have to be able to do some things for yourself. You got to be able to generate some income yourself. You have to want to be able to generate some income for yourself, and you have to want to be able to do some things for yourself. What are you doing if you don't want to do for yourself in the day and age that we live in, when so many people are now becoming entrepreneurs and believing in themselves and putting their ideas to the test? Not everybody got to like what you do. All you have to do is align yourself with the 1 million somebodies that like what it is you do, that whatever you do, there's 1 in a million. The Drutube theory of 1 in a million. I'm sure it's called something else. But here on this channel, here in this house, all right, we call it the Drutube 1 in a million theory. If you like it and you think it's good, there may be a 100,000 people that don't like it and think it sucks. But there's a million other people out there just like you. And if you like it, they will too. What's theirs is not yours. Go out and get your own. Be appreciative of the things people are doing for you. Be appreciative for that job you have, even if it's cleaning up the bathroom, taking out the trash, filing paperwork, going to get somebody's coffee, Uber, you're a manager, you're doing office work, you're in HR, all right, you're a lawyer, whatever it is. I don't know what you do. I know you do something. You got your phone bill paid and you watching this video. I know you do something. Maybe you're in the library hooking up to some Wi-Fi. You're still doing something. You're in a positive place around some positive energy, and something good gonna rub off on you in that library. All right, so it's better than hanging out with some people you ain't got no business being around. Something good gonna rub off on you in that library. All right, but what's theirs is not yours. Look at your life and accept where you are, and look at where you're at, and look at what you have, and lift yourself up about it. Don't beat yourself down about certain things. Look for a reason to lift yourself up. Don't look for a reason to beat yourself down just because of resources or what other people have or what you don't have or what you feel could be possibly missing from your life. Don't beat yourself down because of those things. Find a reason to lift yourself up. That will encourage you. That will motivate you. That will give you the feeling and the drive to go out and look for what's inside, so that way you could find something that you can do. Find something for you to do so you could find something you can have. All right. All it takes is that one step, that initial step for you to have some initiative. All it takes is a little initiative for you to take that initial step. And all it takes is for you to take that initial step for you to continue to have that initiative. All right. We dropping some jewels in this video. Pick them up. All right. I'm seasoning everybody on this video. All right. What's theirs is not yours. You have to be able to do for yourself. Just because you work at that job doesn't mean that's your position. The wind could blow one way. They could call you up and tell you to not come back. What are you going to be able to do for yourself? All right, one day you might, one day things may not be the way they were yesterday. The way things are right now, they may not be that way tomorrow. When the weather changes, when things change, when people change, when the world change, what are you going to be able to do besides ask God for some help, right? What are you going to be able to do to help change your situation? You may be looking to God, God may be looking to you for you to be able to do something. He may be looking to you like, wake up, I bless you with this so you can do for yourself, provide for yourself, and have for yourself, but you're not doing anything with it. What's theirs is not yours. You got to figure out what's yours. What's your goal? What's your vision? What's your dream? What's the direction you want to go in with your life? That's what you have to figure out. The people who have something, they figured that part of their life out. They figured out what direction they wanted to go in. They figured out what they wanted to do, even if it wasn't what they wanted to do. They still chose to do something. So whether you're doing what you want to do and you're able to decide and go out and do that full on, full fledged, all right, no holding yourself back, no holds bar, back against the wall, or whether you're doing, you're thugging it out and you're doing something that you don't want to do, doing something that you hate to do until you can get to a greater you and do what you can get paid to do. All right, you feel me? All right, mate, one day you could eventually do what you want. You can do what you want to do. One day you'll be able to do what you want to do if you have enough days of doing what you don't want to do. And that's the total definition of, if something is hard, do it hard so that way your life can be easy. When things are hard, people get unmotivated. When things are hard, people want to give up. When things are hard, people, throw in the towel. When people give up, I mean, when people get are less motivated, they want to just throw it all away and not even deal with it anymore. All right, that's not what you want to do. That's not what you want to do. You want to push past that hard, difficult period. The hard, difficult period is a storm. The period where things are hard for you, the period where you're not getting any callbacks, the period where no one wants to work with you because you're not good enough. That's the storm. That's the hard part. You have to be able to work through the storm, work through the hard part. Want to be able to do, you have to motivate yourself to do more research. You have to motivate yourself to learn and figure out what it is you don't know. So that way you can do the things that you want to do. What separates other people from the people who want to be somewhere versus the people who are somewhere. The people who are somewhere, they wanted it bad enough. Some people want to be somewhere, some people want to be something, but they don't want it bad enough. The people who have something that's not yours, they wanted it bad enough. You can have whatever it is you want. The same things people have for themselves, you can have for yourself, but you just have to want it bad enough. How bad do you want it? However do you need it? However do you want it? However do you need it? I like my version better. How bad do you want it? How bad do you need it? How bad do you want it? How bad do you need it? Like, you need to put it on your wall, write it down. How bad do you want it? Put a house on your wall. Put a amount of money on your wall. Just write the number and put on a piece of paper the amount of money that you want, the lifestyle you want, whatever it is you want. Put it on a wall and say, how bad do I want this? So that means you got to ask yourself that every single day. Not only should you have up on your wall, what do you want? But you should also have up on your wall, how bad do I want this? Whatever it is you want, you have to want it bad enough to be able to stay disciplined and make sacrifices, give up what you love to do, and put the time and effort into what it is you may not feel like doing right now because you rather be successful. If you can discipline yourself, if you can discipline your inner child, that inner child that wants to play all day and have fun and do the fun things first and the boring things whenever you find the time, false. That's the inner child. You're supposed to give into that inner child, but after you do what that adult needs to do, you're able to access your inner child, have fun, play, do whatever it is you want to do, but you got to be disciplined and you got to do the things you want to do first. When you rather have fun first and do the things you hate to do and put those on the back burner or procrastinate, That's your inner child taking over. You have to discipline your inner child. All right, the 5-year-old you, the 8-year-old you, the you that just wants to chill, relax, scroll on the phone, enjoy the sunshine, sit outside on the porch and just kick back. That's the child you. And there's nothing wrong with entertaining that, but you have to make sure you get all your adult things out the way. You gotta make sure you do all the grown-up things first, because that inner child you could potentially take over. And if it's not disciplined, it will lead you to, it will lead you to a life that's not disciplined. And a life that's not disciplined is a life that's unfulfilled, and a life that is not structured. All right, you have to live your life with structure. You have to control that part of you that you think is laziness, but really what it is your inner child. You're not lazy. You just aren't controlling your inner child. To avoid laziness, you got to control that inner child. People may not know they're doing it or not, but they're controlling their inner child, and they're putting the fun things off till after they get all their business done, till after they get all their achievements, all their daily goals out the way, all the boring things out the way. And the things that are boring don't stay boring for long. They actually become interesting once you are able to get into it. Once you start doing it, it's basically just like anything you don't feel like doing. You don't feel like doing it at first, but once you get in the groove of it, you get in your groove. Once you get in the groove of doing the things that you have to discipline yourself to do, it will be like clockwork. It will be a daily routine for you to be disciplined. It's like somebody going to the gym. They don't feel like going, but they go. It's the same thing with you having to read, or you having to study, or you having to do homework, or you having to do research, so that way you could be further along with your studies, or your product, or your production, or whatever it is you're putting out, whatever it is you're doing. You got to learn how to do something, and you have to learn the skills behind whatever it is you're trying to learn how to do. And for you to enhance those skills, it's going to be a certain amount of time that you have to put in daily. And things are going to pop up that seem more important than those daily goals that you need to do to get to where you want to get. Think about your life like this. Would I rather have this short-term temporary fun and kill my future of being able to really have fun and enjoy myself and live the life I dream of? Or would I rather do this thing that I really kind of hate to do? Not that I actually hate to do it. I just rather go do something that I would enjoy doing. Sometimes when you're working towards something and you're staying consistent, the joy comes out of it, the fun comes out of it, the excitement will come out of it. But what you have to do is you have to regenerate that excitement. You have to give yourself a boost of excitement. You gotta lie to yourself, and maybe you gotta play yourself and act excited. Man, I'm ready to do this stuff I really don't feel like doing. Maybe you got to gas yourself up, but at least you'll be able to find some energy, and you'll be able to basically manipulate your mind. And this is why the only person you're supposed to be manipulating is yourself or other people to be their greatest version. Basically, i.e., motivating. Motivation is just tricking somebody's mind into believing in themselves so they could do what it is they need to do. And you need to do the same for yourself if you're ever not motivated, because the people who have what's theirs were motivated, and most likely still are motivated. Money motivates you. You create a business for yourself. You got income coming in every week, every month, and you're able to live your life and have fun and enjoy what you do too. And what you're getting income off of is something that you actually love to do or have an interest in. That's going to motivate you more than anything. You'll be going to the gym and eating right and wanting to do all these new exciting fun things, for yourself, health wise, monetarily wise, spiritually wise, mental, every kind of thing that's good for you. Once things start going well for you, once you start to get the money energy, once success starts to come into your life, I'm talking about, I don't care if you're just making $25 a day doing something by yourself, you're going to feel that. All right, it's going to give you a newfound freedom and a new sense of self-worth, and we could all use that, because once we get that, we're going to be able to have our own and put ourselves in position to be able to help someone, because at that point, what we see is going to be ours. And that way, what's theirs can be theirs, and what's ours can be ours, and we could be in a position to help ourselves because we didn't waste our time. We saw who made it happen for themselves, and we chose to make something happen for ourselves. And that's what I challenge you to do today. I challenge you to dare yourself and not go back on this dare, to make something happen for you today. All right. So that way, what's theirs, even though it's not yours, it won't matter. You'll be able to say, God bless them and theirs, because you'll have yours. I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Smash the like button, smash the share button. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Peace, love, and light. Shout out to the chosen vessels, the galactic family, and the GCVs. We out.